Hey guys, my name is Darrell Addison. I'm the founder and inventor of a growing solution called Torpedopot. Torpedopot is a self-growing flower pot that grows your food with no human intervention. We have about one, two, three, four planters here. Oh my gosh, nice and big and heavy. And what they do is that they're growing beets. We have a 24-inch planter, we have a 20-inch planter, 20-inch planter, and we have a 16-inch planter. So four planters. Now, normally out of the 24-inch planter, we would get as much as 30 beets from one planter. We've already picked 8. Maybe about three from this, maybe about 3 from that one and 1 from that one. You know, which is 8. We want to grow a lot more. So if we can hit 30, that would be great. So what I need to do, in order to produce more beets, I want you to listen very carefully, okay? You have to come back and harvest for them to grow bigger. So always harvest your big beets first, pull them out. The ones we harvested were about this big. They were about, I don't know, maybe about 6, 8 inches. They were huge. People came by and picked them up. Look at our past videos. So I got more to harvest in here, and I'm going to pull these beets out of here and let the remaining ones grow. Now, the reason why we're experiencing a season change, it's a little bit more colder now, so they are starting to look a little bit more tattered and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Normally we have them go through the winter time. They sit in the ground. We don't really bother them. Now, again, Darrell Addison, these are our Torpedopots, and they grow your food, and we're going to grow lots of beets. We're going to pick this together. Now, initially what I did is that I brought a pack of beets, and I took the seeds and put it in my hand. You know what I did? I threw it inside this flower pot, this torpedo pot, this self-growing planter. And guess what? I turned the water on, I put it on a water cycle, and it's been watering now for, since I've had it out here. Maybe February, March. And we've constantly harvested food from this planter. Man, I see one big one I'm going to pull out for you just to let you see what I'm talking about. But this is what they look like. They're huge. They're big. They're beautiful. They're red. But more importantly, they're alive. This is the live food. Torpedopot, these planters right here are self-growing planters, and they grow your food with no human intervention. You never ever have to go and buy your food again. They're here, and we eat it fresh all the time. Look at that root system. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that harvesting all in that root system. Let's start to pick that apart. Is that okay? Look at that in there. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Do you see that? I want you to see what I'm seeing. Do you see that? That's real food. Guys, these are Torpedopots. They grow real food. You're going to get the healthiest food you ever had before in your life. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? Real food, real environment, living environment. Living environment. Well, worms and everything else is there to help you develop, to grow your food. Torpedopot is no joke. Now, I don't want to take Mr. Wormy out of his environment, so I'm going to put him back into the planter so he'll live a little bit longer. Are you okay? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll put him back into the planter. So, Torpedopot grows real food. And as you can see from this right here, there's no reason why you should not have food. I just took my seeds and threw them in the planter. I supplement it once a week, if not once every 10 days. And I get this. Check this out. I never water, I never feed. I only supplement the environment. And that's all you ever do. You don't do anything else. Torpedopot is a wonder of the world. It grows your food when nothing else does, and it grows it within a living framework. So I don't want to mess up his little house here, and I hope he forgives me, but Mr. Wormy, I'm going to have to put you back into the pot, okay? I'm sorry. I know you're tired. I might have woke you up. But I totally apologize. I'm going to put you back into the pot so you can come back to life again. I'm so sorry. So this is what your food does. So let's put Mr. Wormy back in his pot. So he'll find another beet to take a look at. But these beets are amazing, guys. Look at that red when I cut it off. When you look at that red in that beet, isn't that amazing? Look at the flesh in that. That's real food, dude. That's real food. That hard stuff you get from the supermarket or store or whatever you're getting it from, dude, it's not being grown in a torpedo pot. It's not real food. Your food's not alive. This food is alive. It has living organisms that are growing around inside the environment that it's in. Dude, this food, every piece of it is edible. And it's delicious. You'll never run out of food. Let's go finish cutting the rest of this up. I don't even know how to, where do I put this at? Well, let's pull some more out, see what it looks like first. And when you harvest, I want you to get used to picking out the biggest ones, okay? You're not looking for really small ones. Get the biggest ones to continue that growth. So let me take this one right here. This is so beautiful. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. Man, look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. Man, that's real food, dude. That's no joke. 30 beets and 24 inches. 30 beets and 24 inches. Get another one. Get a good sized one. Like what? Always go for the biggest first, okay? Go for the biggest first. Let me see. And the leaves are absolutely delicious. Let's go with that one. No, let that stay in there. Let's go for the biggest. Go for the biggest first, and then work your way backwards. Let's see. The biggest, the biggest, the biggest. That looks okay. Let's try you. Ooh, look at you. Look at you. Man. Guys, these are torpedo pots. They grow your food with no human intervention. You get fresh food all of the time. And guess what? Your food is living. Look at that. Do you see this? That's living. That's living. Look at the living environment that's in the food. It's amazing. It's there. It's all over the place. The environment is living. This is the food that you're going to get. Let me put Mr. Pillbug back into his planet. I don't want to get lost. Now, you see this? This is what I mean by some of the small ones. Look at different, they all won't become full at the same time, so you get to replant this and put it back in the planter. And you pull out the big ones first, okay? Just put it back in the planter. And you don't have to do much. Put your finger, create a hole, put this into it, and that's all you do. You do nothing else. I'm going to create a hole for it. Wow, that's beautiful. They love that soil, man. That soil is gorgeous. Yeah. All right, let's pull some more out. Is that big enough? Ooh, that's a nice one. Whoa. Whoa. OMG. Look at that. Look at that, dude. OMG. Guys, these are torpedo pots. These are self-growing planters. They grow your food for you. I just took my seeds and I threw them in the planter. I never water. I never feed. All I do is supplement. And guess what I get? I get perfect food all the time. I get food that's alive. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's huge. It's gorgeous. Unbelievably gorgeous and big. That's what my torpedo pot does. My torpedo pot grows my food for me with no human intervention. I'm gonna find some more food. Can we do that? Wow, this is getting heavy. You put Mr. Wormy, Mr. Pillbug, all of the living organisms that are inside of this soil. We're gonna put them back into the planet, okay? Give them a chance to live. and continue that biotic environment. Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Wow. I want to show you this so you know. You see this? These bulbs were attached together. So this was not fully formed, but it's got beautiful, beautiful leaves. And the leaves are delicious, by the way. They are so good. As a matter of fact, while the bulbs are developing, harvest the leaves and eat the leaves. As they get bigger and older, eat them. It'll give more sunlight to the other plants that remain, so they can grow also. So this is not fully formed. I don't want this. So what do? I'll put a hole and put it back in the torpedopot. Let's see which one did I get it out of. Let's try this one right here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm finished my gardening. I'm done. Let's try another one, see if we can find another big one in here. I see a couple of them that look good, but they're not as big as the ones that we pulled out so far. How big is this? No, it's not as big. Let's try it here. Yeah. Oh gosh, I found one more. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. Holy moly, look at that, man. Woo! Look, guys. Torpedopot grew my food. Is that not amazing? Wow, look at this, guys. It's unbelievable. Look at this. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. But look at this. That is going to be so delicious. So edible. So worthwhile. Torpedopot grows your food. All you do is put your seeds in that planter. You never water. You never feed. All you do is supplement. It requires no synthetic fertilizers at all. And you'll get this all of the time. Isn't that beautiful? That is so beautiful. I'm sorry I'm harvesting this because it's so much, man. I don't know what to do with it. So, all right, let's go back and find another one. Another big one. Wow, that's huge. What is that one? Man, I don't know if this is huge or not. I'm not sure, okay? Let's give it a try. Who cares? Oh, my gosh. Will you look at this? Wow, another one. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Wow. I'm going to stick these two young ones are still there, okay? I'm going to put them back into the soil. All we do is plug them back into the soil, okay? And they'll eventually grow big, just like this one will. Give it time. Isn't that beautiful? Guys, these are torpedopots. These are self-growing flower pots. They grew my beets for me. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. I don't even know what to say. I know, I'm not stunned. This is beautiful. Torpedopot grows your food. I want you to stop eating this unhealthy synthetic food. You have the ability to grow huge amounts of food in your backyard. Torpedopot will do it for you. You don't need to do what you're doing anymore. You're killing yourself with fertilizers and all this other stuff. With Torpedopot, all you do is throw your seeds in. It waters your plants for you. It feeds your plants for you. All you need to do is to supplement the soil. And you'll get the same thing I have. Healthy, nutritious food that will feed you and your family for the rest of your lives. The Torpedopots you see in front of me have been running now for about, I'll say, this one has been running for maybe about 3 years, 5 years. So once you make an investment, you make it for a very, very long period of time. Let it run. And all I do is leave my Torpedopot there, I add my food, and it will be a fixture in this vicinity for the rest of my life, because that works for me. We plug these two back into the ground so we take a look at that, okay? Okay, let's try this. Plug it back in there. You go back in there. Get your own space. go back in there. You got your own space. I'm creating space for them, and I'm separating them so that they can develop and even grow more. Let's check these other ones. Dude, at this point, I don't even know if I want to pick anymore, to tell you the truth, man. This is wow, beautiful. Man. Man. Wow. Yeah. This pot is crowded, so I'm going to take these out anyhow. Because I want the other ones to grow. Now, as you can see, the beets in the 16-inch planter are far smaller than those that you'll see in the 20-inch planters and above. And the reasons why is because the amount of space. Your food is trying to conform to your space requirements that you have. This one that you see here, trying to conform by going deeper. See how elongated it is? This beet right here, it extended its root down, but really the bulb is close to the surface, almost very, very close to the surface. They're both trying to accommodate and get more nutrition. That's what your food does. But ultimately, it's still my food. And so my ultimate harvest right now, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I would say total, we have about 16 to 20 of these beets coming out of these planters right here. And so we're going to let the rest of them remain and grow. And this will be our first major harvest. We've been eating off of them and giving them away to our clients when they show up. But us harvesting ourselves, this is our first major harvest. But yeah, we're looking at 20 so far. And of this right here, think about the possibilities that you can do with my beets when I eat them. The health is right at my fingertips. I love my beets. I love them. Put in my jet air, but one thing I'm guaranteed is nutrition. Torpedopot will guarantee you and your family nutrition for the rest of your life. That is amazing. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com, Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com, and I'm celebrating. So thank you so much for enjoying my celebration with me, because this is absolutely beautiful. I love my job. And I want you to love yours too. Gardening can be very, very fun. But for a lot of you, it's a failure. Ask yourself, who in the world would spend, the average gardener in the United States spends about $400 a year on gardening. $400 a year. But who would spend money on gardening, having to get soil and all those supplies? And you know as well as I know that, I mean, the fruit doesn't come the way you want it to. And it's based upon the environment. Well, Torpedopot eliminates all of that. A lot of the factors that impact your growth, it eliminates that. You don't need to reinvest over and over and over again. Why are you spending $400 a year on gardening supplies when you can get a set of Torpedopots and they can sit down and provide you and your family food, I would say between 5 and 15 years? I'm not sure. Depends on your environment. Get a Torpedopot. And speaking of that, the average family of 4 spends about $24,000 a year on food. $24,000 a year on food. I mean, who has that type of money? Obviously you do, because you don't know you're spending that amount of money on food. Well, Torpedopot, you don't have to do that at all. Once you buy this planter one time, the soil can be used indefinitely. The seeds from my growth will go to my next harvest. Torpedopot is a solution that is completely sustainable. It pays for itself. You and your family will have food for the rest of your life. And Torpedopot will bring it there. Torpedopot is the reason why we're in business. Because we want to feed the world. And we want the world to be nutritious. And Torpedopot will get you there. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. Darryl Addison, Torpedopot.com. Isn't that beautiful?